so long. I've been trying to get you out of my.
I have been asked by many people, and by many I meant a few, and by a few I meant more than 5, less than 10, on how I become an ophthalmologist in Malaysia. A few of my friends from other specialty have someone who wants to be an ophthalmologist in Malaysia, and they would have been wondering what are the pathways, because when I first started to want to become an ophthalmologist, I also don't know where to find all this information. Yes, you can find it online, but which website? What to find? Where to find? How to find? Don't know all these things because nobody really writes about it. So I thought that I will share that with you guys today. So in this video, I will share how I become an ophthalmologist in Malaysia. That is through the master pathway. For those of you who are listening and you are interested, take your notebook down, jot down everything interesting and jot down everything important to you, or you can click like, save up this video so that you can refer to it anytime you want. And I hope that you find this video valuable and helpful to you. For all you newbies who have just graduated your medical school, congratulations! But welcome to the real world, real medicine. You are just back at the kindergarten level of medical world. So before we start, I am Dr. Wendy. I'm an ophthalmologist based in Kuching and a mother of 3. There are timestamps down in the video, and you don't want to hear about my story on how I become an ophthalmologist in Malaysia, you can skip across to that and get to the real, more important points. So my story is, I graduated from Moscow Medical Academy imени Sechenov, which is in Russia. I was the second batch of JPA scholar to be sent to Russia. I went there for 6 years and I graduated with honors. Came back to Malaysia, started my housemanship in September 2009, completed my 2-year housemanship in 2011. I was the lucky few who immediately got accepted into rotation in ophthalmology department in Hospital General Sarawak, which I was at for just a year or so before I got sent out to district in Hospital Sarike for a year. I really urge all of you to not appeal your way out of it, because as a medical officer means you are still a junior doctor. Most of us are not married at that time. Maybe you can find your jodoh there. You know, you don't have a family commitment. So there's an increased credit for those who have served district posting than those who haven't, if you want to apply for your master program. Apparently, that's what I heard. And then I applied for my master program in 2013 when I was eligible. And then in 2014, I was accepted into the master program. Yes, I chose the out-campus posting. So for 2 years, I served out-campus, which is in the government hospital, which was my original hospital, Sarawak General Hospital. And then for the next 2 years of my study, I went in campus to University Hospital, which is my alma mater, University of Malaya. I completed my master program in 2018 and I was gazetted as a specialist in 2019. After finished gazettement doesn't mean that you are a full specialist. You need to work with the government for 2 years before recognize you as the Malaysian board certified ophthalmologist. So only in 2021, I am fully recognized as the Malaysian board certified ophthalmologist, which took me a total of 12 years after I graduated to be a fully certified specialist. A lot of misconception is that you straight away become a specialist after your master program. Well, it is kind of true. We do work and function as a specialist after we have completed our master program, after we have gazetted. But you still need that 2 years as a specialist before you are fully certified. It just means that after master you don't have to study lah, and that is the best part, and that's why one of us just celebrated after our master program. The way to NSR is where your focus is and where your mind is. NSR is your focus. NSR is your aim. NSR is your final jalan. If you want to continue to subspecialize, that's another 3 years of education before you become a consultant. There's a scope, there's a talk for another video. Comment down below if you want me to talk about what you can do after being a specialist. What are the options or the alternative after specialization? I will make one video for that. Like I said, medical student, kindergarten of medicine. So anyways, back to our topic for this week's video. Currently, there are two ways to become board certified ophthalmologist in Malaysia itself. One way is the master way, which is the most conventional way. On the other hand, it is the parallel pathway or the external pathway. So in this video, I will go in depth in the master program because this is the one where I am most familiar with for obvious reasons. So as I was editing this, the video gets a little bit too long. So this week's video is gonna be on my story and what are the things to do if you want to join master program before joining program. And next week's story is gonna be what to expect when you are in the master program already. So like this video if you find this helpful and consider subscribing if you want to stick around for this master series. So first things first, to join master program, you need to apply for HLP. What is HLP? HLP stands for Hadiah Latihan Persekutuan. There are people who join master without the HLP. I don't think that's so wise. Why is it important to get HLP before you join master program? It is super important because this is essentially like a sponsorship. While you are working full-time as a doctor and part-time studying for your specialization, you will still get your full monthly salary. University hospitals are actually under Ministry of Education, which means you have to quit Ministry of Health to join this educational ministry, and that's when you cannot afford to lose all your salary, and it is not a good thing because usually during this master program is when you are at the age bearing time where you want to get married, start your family, get the engine rolling, start with 1 kid or 2 kids first and see how it goes. For me personally, having your salary is so important because you need some sort of financial stability to pay off your commitments, also your car, your house, your daily expenses. If that is not settled, it's really hard to concentrate on studying and working if you have financial constraints. So in the master program, when you join master program under the HLP scheme, you actually put in a special bahagian latihan, they will call it. You get your salary from this account, which is like, it's a hybrid between where you are still allowed to work under Ministry of Health, but you are somehow attached to the Ministry of Education through your university hospital. So don't know how they arrange the fund. Basically, is that you can work under government hospital and you can be attached to university hospital and you get your salary through this fund. Those people who do not have this, who are not under this bahagian latihan, I don't know where you get your salary from. So they can't give you a salary because you are not fully under Ministry of Health. To apply for HLP, you need to be eligible to apply for HLP. This is the HLP website. You need to at least serve the compulsory 3 years with the government hospital first. And these 3 years include your housemanship. So after housemanship, you just need to serve extra 1 year during your MO, your medical officer, and then you can apply for this HLP already. But usually this HLP, what I heard is that they follow seniority. The more senior people who applies it, the better chances that they are going to get compared to you baru want to go in because they filter through their HLP. And this HLP applies to all specialties, not just ophthalmology. To be in ONG, ortho, medical, anything that you want to join master with, you need to apply for HLP and you need at least 3 years of working with the government. Of course, with all government related application, you need to have a good SKT mark. Sasaran kerja tahunan. All the things that you are doing in Hermes now, I don't think that it is not important. It is super important. You need to get 85% or more. You need to get 85% or more for at least 3 years before you can apply to join HLP. You're not supposed to be a criminal, you don't have any major medical issue. They will look at all that. You cannot be a bankruptcy. I think you cannot be bankrupt. I will be right back. And we are back. Welcome to a day in my life when I got distracted. About 11:30 now, and it is nighttime now. But I'm gonna strive to finish out this video for you guys, for those of you who really need it and really want it. So I have my notes here and hot coffee here. We are going to strive to finish this off. Other things such as like declaring your health, declaring your family, as well as your own wealth asset are part and parcel of applying to any governmental sponsorship. So you have to declare that when you apply for your HLP. What are the things that you have to do before you can join a master program? First of all, you have to have your basic science examination and you have to pass it with at least a merit. A merit is D. If fail, I think it's E and F. If you can get A and B, that is very, very good. We are not too sure about the criteria or the real marking of this master application. I'm not part of the examiner. I do not know. I don't have any insider tips, but rumors has it. Rumors has it that they are going to score you based upon and if you score higher than other participants, you are at higher chance of getting accepted into the program. So having a higher marks for your basic science examination definitely will get you higher merits in the score. If you're applying from somewhere less popular, such as you're applying for MUA, you're applying from mana lagi tempat yang not popular, from Cebu, you're applying from Miri, Tawau, rumors has it is that the score, your merits is higher. And if you're applying from a district hospital, even better. So remember what I said about try not to appeal when you get to a district posting. This is one of the reasons. But of course, rumor has it. Already what time is it? And of course, there will be an interview and you need to pass that interview. During my time, which is very, very long time ago, the interview is more of like a social interview, meaning they ask about my social background, they ask whether I got family support. They just want to gauge whether or not socially am I able, not academically, socially, do I have the support around me that can help me pass this exam? Because again, like I said, even if you have the brains and you have the dedication and motivation, but let's say if you are suffering from any financial burden or you have any family problem that you are dealing with or any mental health that you are struggling with, to make sure that you have the correct mindset to join the program, and they really want to find out at this stage. Also the usual make sure you are not crazy, you are not psychopath and stuff like that. You know, if you cannot pass the exam, you're gonna take a gun and kill the examiner. So the one part that I like about the interview was when they asked why you want to get into master program, and they did ask me during my social interview as well. That is one of the nicest essays that I've ever written on why I want to become an ophthalmologist. If you want tips on how to ace the social interview, in the recent years, I think in the recent 3 or 4 years, I'm not too sure, the interview has changed from a social interview. Now it is more structured, and apparently there is 5 different stations to it. They include a part where you have to counsel a patient on medical ethics, and they want to see how you counsel the patient. So the structure has changed. The scope is actually quite big for this video. If you want to know about this, more about this interview, what is it, what to expect, then leave a comment down below and I will try and find it out for you guys. Because during my time, as I said, social interview. So like this video if you find this helpful, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of this master series on how to become an ophthalmologist in Malaysia. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.